First book that we're going to talk about is Go Ask Alice. What's your name?
My name is Colton DeVille, Michaela. What is your name? This is basically a diary of a middle-class 1970s girl who is a drug addict and becomes one through unfortunate circumstances.
And it was, like, really surprising to read because I didn't think it sounded... she was a really good writer. She could have been an author, and I just hardly could believe that it was real.
It was her diary. But, yeah, it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
So sad.
What... I know. When I finished the book, I closed it, I set it down, and I sobbed for, like, a minute straight.
Well... On the edition that I had, it hadn't quite said that it was it was a true story, so I was like, okay, I'm not going to cry over something that's not real.
Even if it wasn't real, I probably still would cry.
It felt real, though.
It did.
Yes, because this was written by an anonymous author.
Beatrice Sparks. We could only find the editor.
Yeah, the editor is Beatrice Sparks, and she actually was what was she? She was like a...
Therapist.
Therapist for drug-addicted teens, so I guess Alice brought her diaries, but then it shows later that she died.
Like, do you think her being dead was on purpose or on accident?
Her dying at the end?
Yeah, because they said they don't know if it was drug overdose or if it was intentional.
Oh, well...
Do you think it was suicide? Or do you think...
I don't know.
Because her life was so happy at the end.
I know. Because it says... It's like everything's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know, relapse is so easy for drug addicts. And you can tell, like, through here, she actually...
But you could tell that she did, like, not want to ever touch drugs ever again.
Well, she does that several times through here where she's going to try and fix things. Like, when her and her friend ran away and they started their little...
That was, like, a couple times.
I know.
But...
Well, it was, like, in San Francisco, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But they started to hang out and all. Everything was really cool and they weren't on drugs. And then they got back into it.
It was just like, but she found, like, this really nice guy, and he was so sweet.
Like the first one that ended up raping her?
No, not that one.
Oh, I know, but...
Yeah, but she's had, like, a
nice
terrible
guys.
love life, and then she finds this guy who understands everything, and... I don't know, maybe it was because of, like, because in the last page, like, she said, I'm not gonna have another diary. I wonder if it was intentional, if that was the reason, because I think that's what kept her sane most of her life, was writing in her diary and having someone to tell everything to. I don't think she had that.
That actually did keep her from relapse, because even when she was like, I don't know where I am, I don't know what day it is, I'm writing on a paper bag, that was so sad.
I know, it was
like really, like, that gave me chills.
If she had survived, I bet she could have written so many good stories.
She actually could have. She wrote a really good one, and she didn't make any money off of it.
I know. It's just, it was really, really sad.
It's like a very powerful piece of literature. I keep picking up the book, you should hold it down.
I wonder, like, what... I just don't know. Was it an accident? It says at the end, was it an accidental overdose, a premeditated overdose? No one knows, and in some ways that question isn't important. What must be of concern is that she died, and that she was only one of thousands of drug deaths that year. Though I disagree with that, because it is important, like, because...
Well, an overdose is an overdose, so accidental or intentional, it shows that she actually did use drugs again. Yeah,
but I wonder what kind of drugs. Did it say?
Well, overdose, it was probably just pills. Like, she could have just gotten anything out of, like, her medicine cabinet at home and done that.
I want to know. I want to know what... It's so sad.
They came home from a movie and found her dead.
Yeah.
So either she waited till they left to kill herself, or she did drugs while they're at the movies, like, while her family's gone.
Yeah, like, maybe... It could have been, like, a total freak accident.
I think it might have been, but I think she just decided to kill herself, because if her parents were just going to, like, a movie for a couple hours, like dinner and a movie, she's not going to do drugs and get high and, like, have her parents come home while she's high.
Yeah, I don't know, but I really feel bad for the guy and the family, because her family, like, just had experienced both of the grandparents dying. I know. And then they, like, that's what I was thinking the whole time, because I kind of already knew the ending. I knew that she died. So when I heard that her parents died, I was like, or the grandparents died, I was just like, I wonder how they're going to take this death. I kind of want to, like...
This is probably really hard for them.
I wonder what stories they could write about having experienced all those deaths and, like, moving on. But, yeah. How would you rate this book?
I really liked it. I would rate it really high.
I would, too. I think
that's one of the best books.
It's probably one of my favorite books. I think we should establish a few rules.
Yes, like what?
1, we can't say that we just like a book. We have to explain why we like it.
And we can't ramble. That's what we've been doing.
Well, I think we've been discussing.
We need to make it into sections, chronologically.
Well, we did this spontaneously, so...
Yeah, and we need to, like, say who we are.
Gee, what's your name?
Exactly. No, we have to explain, like, what our purpose is, since this is our first
at the end of each video, we should say, like, the next book we'll be reading is... So that way, if anybody cares to watch us...
Exactly.
If anybody... But really, I just want to make these videos so that we can look back on it and be like, oh yeah, that book. Be Finding Alice. I don't remember who it's by, so just look it up.
Finding Alice.
Alright. See ya, folks.